Hi makers, welcome to this month's tutorial for the maker box. So this will be May's maker box and it is a windmill. The finished product will be around close to 24 inches. So it's going to be a nice finished something for you to hang in your home. So I thought that I would start this month off by trying to explain and go through how the process is going to work. And then I'll flip the camera down and I'll start going through. You can follow along, but I thought maybe if I told you the process ahead of time, then maybe you can jump right in and know right where to go, that kind of thing. If you're coming across this video and you're not part of the maker box, I will post a link in the description of this video for you to be able to find out the information on that. You can probably see other videos out there on this YouTube channel that are previous maker boxes, and so you can kind of look through those and get a feel for what this is. But the members for the maker box are subscribed to receive these boxes every other month. They ship out the 15th of every other month. It's $55 and very well worth your time and effort. I can promise you that the boxes are valued well over the $55. So we'll go, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and follow us. And I want to say that, of course, I'm going to edit this video, but this will be my first time making the windmill as well. It's been on my mind for a while. I've been wanting to do this, and so I thought what better way than to get it out there than to share it with you guys in the Maker Box Club and do it with you all. So I'm excited about that. So there's going to be a few techniques that we'll do. But first off, I want to say, just take all your pieces. I'm going to try to tilt this down. Yeah, there we go. So just take all your pieces out of your box. Have all my pieces. They're not all in the camera view, but as I get going here, I'm going to switch this camera around and it'll be above and you guys will be able to see and follow right along. But I wanted to talk a little bit about what the process is and how we'll go about doing it. So we will start off, and you can use whatever paint colors you want. I will provide the paint colors that I use here to create what you'll see in the pictures and the finished product. But by all means, it's just craft paint, and feel free to use whatever colors you want. So I'm going to start off by doing a full coverage coat on this, on all the pieces. So I'll lay all the pieces out and get all that first coat going on them, okay? And then that's whenever I will come back. After that has dried, I will come back and I will use some of that bubble wrap that's in your kit, and we will squinch that up and just dab. So we're gonna have a paper plate or whatever you wanna use to put your paints on. So we will use the black, the dark gray, and some white. And you're gonna put an ample supply in in a palette. And you're gonna dip that bubble wrap and get some of that on each of those colors on that bubble wrap. And then you're simply gonna use that paint on that bubble wrap and just pounce it on there. And that's gonna give us that metallic look, okay? I'll paint the whole thing the light gray, okay? And then whenever we pounce on the colors with the bubble wrap, I will use the dark gray, the black, and the white. You'll see after you get it on there and kind of hold it back and kind of see how it looks and stuff, you may want to put some more of the lighter gray onto it too. So it's just kind of a play thing, and you cannot be a perfectionist with this technique because you want it imperfect. Galvanized metal is not perfect in any way, so that's kind of the look that we're going for with this windmill. I will paint the gather probably just all black, and then these pieces, I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you how this works. These pieces, you don't even have to paint because you're not gonna see them. So you're gonna put these two pieces together, you're gonna glue them together. You want them to stay together, okay? This piece with the score marks is gonna go on one side. You're gonna end up with a sandwich, okay? So the notched ones are gonna go back to back. They're gonna put the scored one on top and then the plain one on the back side. So that's gonna give you holes in the center of there. What that's gonna do is you're gonna rest your windmill blades inside of there, okay? Now I said you want those to be the same, but actually you want them offset. So I'll show you what I mean there. See how that's offset? That's gonna allow your blades to go at an angle, okay? So they're gonna be like this. Those notches, I don't know, see there, you can see how it's at an angle, okay? So you want that kind of, you wanna get that together like that and use your blade to decide where you want that at. And then all your other blades, it's gonna be hard to hold this, but all of your other blades will notch in there like that. This is how it's going to work, okay? As I'm editing this, if I come across anything that I feel let you know about, then I'll hop in here and I'll explain it, that kind of thing. But I'm trying to explain everything up front so that we can just go right through it, okay? And then you guys can kind of follow along, see what I'm doing, that kind of thing. As these, I'm gonna try to show you here as I hold this again. So those blades are gonna go in there like this, okay? And you want them angled because a windmill has the blades angled, obviously, and that's gonna work out pretty good. So these pieces are gonna go through here and they're gonna angle as well. Through there like this, and you just kind of, that's how that's gonna work. All right, and you're gonna paint these to match your fan blades. Or that's how I'm going to do it anyway. Like I said, you all can do what you want to with your paints. Okay, so that is that. I'm gonna go ahead and explain, I believe, the flowers and the bow here as well. So this is our ribbons and this is our florals. So we're gonna simply take our florals, and of course you can fluff them up and get them however you want them. You know, I didn't do a whole lot of fluffing on mine, but that doesn't mean that you can't. So then you're gonna take some zip ties, zip tie your two pieces together. Now I did try to use the, let me get this into the view so that you can see. There we go. Okay, so I did try to, I didn't want these to overpower the words. So I tried not to make it, let it get any longer than the wing tips, if you will. So you're gonna take and just put your two stems together and then zip tie that together. Okay, and you can trim that off with just a pair of scissors. Okay, I will go ahead and make the bow now. And I just have mine laid out as I want them to be. And if you have done one of our boxes before, we've done bows previously, so you know the kind of bow that I'm gonna make, but I will go through and show you all, for all of you that haven't done this bow before. It's very simple. You're just gonna take each piece and you're gonna fold it in half and then come up about 4 inches or so. So you kind of create a loop and then you're gonna bunch that up, okay? Just like that. And that is how you're gonna do every piece, okay? So you're just gonna fold it in half and then up about 4 inches, whoops. And then make sure that you leave about 1 inch whenever you make that scrunch. In the end, we'll use another zip tie to hold this together, and you don't want those end pieces to come out. So I'm just gonna continue to make those loops. Now, I will say I like to turn So I did all of them this way. I will do some this way, and then I will do some this way. And it just kind of gives it a little bit more of a messier, undefined, and finished look. So I'm gonna go this way with it. And then just keep, I got out of the loop there. Okay, so I did stripes, plaid, polka dot. So I'm gonna do stripes, plaid, polka dot. And you just keep them all together, scrunched in that same spot that you scrunch them together. And then in the end, we'll take a zip tie around this, all of them. And that's what's gonna hold them together. It's just a zip tie. Okay, so I did that side. I'm gonna switch this around just so that it's easier for me to hold on to and keep them going this way. So I will do striped, plaid, polka dot again. Oh, I don't have another polka dot. I only did 2 polka dots in each thing. So we're just gonna do a striped and a plaid. So, and that should be what everyone has in their kit. But in the end, when it's all finished, it's gonna look, you'll never know that we didn't have the same amount. Sometimes that makes it, you know, unique. Okay, so there we go. That's what I have. Doesn't look like much. All of my tails are on the end. We're gonna take that second zip tie and just go around the scrunchies, or the scrunched parts. So see, there's my zip tie going around it. And I'm just gonna feed it through there, like so. Tighten it down. I'm not sure yet how I'm gonna attach it all to the windmill until I get it put together, but I will share that as the video progresses. So this is where you're gonna wanna cut your tails. You can either do like a V, or if you just want the slant, you can do that. But it's just that easy. So I will go through and do these. Here, in between here, like that. And then we'll just zip tie that to, so just go through one of your loops if you can, and go to the base of it, and then just attach it to your, like this. And that bow will fluff right back up, so don't worry about flattening that bow out. bear gather, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna get started painting now. Hey guys, I wanted to jump back on here and talk about how I put this together, okay? So what you're going to want to do is take the two middle pieces and put them together, but you have to use this, your blade piece, to offset. If you try to put this in, try to put this up to the camera. So if you try to put this in straight like this, it's not going to have enough room, okay? You have to angle them. Now what you have to do is figure out the angle at which you need those to be, okay? So that it sits at an angle. So whenever you glue these together, you're just simply going to line this up and kind of turn it to where you want it to be at the top of this and the bottom of that, that the two pieces are going to sandwich in there. I think you get the gist. You can see how it's offset, okay? And so you're going to sandwich those two pieces, glue them together really good, let those dry, okay? And then you're going to put the other two pieces, top and bottom, on there after your centers are dried. That's very important to let your centers dry, because otherwise they're going to try to shift on you. You don't want them to shift. So you're going to, after your middle two pieces are dried and you have them offset, then you're going to put your top and bottom piece on. Let that dry. And once it's dry, like mine are, now as you can see, I didn't do the galvanizing. I'm going to go back and do the galvanizing. You can also see that it's off a little bit, like right here, it shifted, but I'm going to touch that up with whenever I galvanize this, and you won't notice that. So hopefully that doesn't happen to you. I'm okay with it because I know in the end it's going to blend and it's going to be fine. My gather is going to be there, and you know, I'll put some flowers on it and it'll be fine. If you're worried about it, you know, you can maybe break it apart and fix it if yours shifts like mine did. I'm not worried about it. So once you get all of that dried, you should be offset, and then your blades are just gonna go in there like that. Okay. You could glue them. I don't know that I'm really too worried about gluing them. I probably will glue them, just because once you hang it up, you don't want it to be like wonky. So throw a little bit of glue in there, put those in. I'm gonna go back and galvanize mine real quick. All right, I just wanted to jump in here in the middle of that and let you guys know how that worked out. Thanks.